Hello everyone! Update 1.5.8 has been released. Let's see what's new. We will begin with the design module. Wall snapping behavior has been changed to follow the cursor rather than the shape of the cabinet, so items will snap to a wall only when the mouse is inside the front zone. Some other zone improvements make overlapped front zones easier to navigate. You can now directly change the logo shown in the default quick print and report document templates by going to the Design Application Settings under the Design tab. You can also overwrite this for the current design by selecting another logo in the design settings. SKU and labels have been fully separated into different overriding menus. Override the label by clicking Edit Label within the design module, or by typing in the Labels section in the bill of materials. The SKU can be overwritten through the wireframe editor. Both of these can be reset by selecting the cabinet and clicking Reset to Default. Moving on to the globals, the outside, inside, and door finishes have been separated into 3 separate options, all using the same finish collection. Metal drawer boxes Phase 2 has also been rolled out. This is a major update to the drawer boxes within CAD Builder, and it works by setting up and assigning the relevant drawer box construction methods, drawer box material assignments, and drawer guide assignments. If you navigate to your drawer box methods, you'll notice another folder called Metal Drawer Boxes. We've preloaded 5 lines: Bloom's Meriva box, Lerga box and Tandem box, Richelieu's Axial boxes, and SH ABC's DZ series. Check the method relevant to you and filter out the heights and depths you don't use in your shop. These dimensions refer to the drawer box made from the bottom and back, which are the parts you would be cutting out of panel stock. The materials module was also preloaded with the associated materials: the metal sides, drawer guides, connectors like gallery rails and front and back connectors, and the drawer sides that connect them all together. Most of these have the required pre-drilling enabled, so disable the operations you wouldn't want to send to the CNC. For example, Tandem Box's M height box needs the Z30M back connector. Copy the SKU into the materials to search its attributes. This needs 2mm diameter holes, so disable the pre-drill holes checkbox if you do not have the CNC drill bit for it. The front connectors and guides also have pre-drilling patterns that can be enabled or disabled. Metal sides do not, but they can still be priced and accounted for in the materials report. The hardware is tied together through the drawer side materials for every depth and height combination. Click on Metal Drawer Side Edit to assign the rear connectors, metal side, and front connectors. You can use the multiple connectors with height offsets, such as in the case of gallery rails or taller metal boxes. These drawer sides are then assigned within the drawer box material assignment. The back and bottom panels are given panel stock material as usual. Their combined height and depths are then used in the metal box side section to determine which drawer sides and hardware is used. The guides assignment works as usual for assigning the correct slides. So to summarize, the drawer box construction method sets the overall dimensions, joints, and edge banding to use for the back and bottom panels. The drawer box material assignment determines the stock material, as well as the metal sides and connectors. And the guide assignment selects the drawer guide. Select all 3 to assemble the metal boxes within CAD Builder. Continuing on with the global setups, the adjustable shelf boring joint has a new attribute called Whole Lines Global Arrangement. If you set this to independently aligned openings, then the joint acts as normal by independently calculating hole heights based on each opening's dimension. Globally aligned holes, on the other hand, will then slightly shift each opening's holes to match globally standardized hole heights. And this would effectively allow your adjustable shelves to globally line up, which is especially useful for open shelf cabinets like closets. The cut list table exports have been improved. The filter profile menu is much easier to configure. Simply check the box onto a branch of items, and all the sub-elements are checked or unchecked as well. For example, if I need to make a filter to show my door and drawer front parts, then I simply create a new profile, name it, and check on door and drawer front parts. CSV type exports like Razor Gauge have a configure menu similar to the optimization menu that selects which materials to export, which pieces of data to include, and how to order the columns. The CNC part of CAD Builder has also been significantly improved in several features. If you have a part with holes on both faces, and these holes line up to effectively create a through hole, then CAD Builder will attempt to merge them into a single faced operation. It does this by searching for the appropriate drill or pocket bit and checks if it has the necessary maximum cutting depth to go all the way through the material. If successful, then CAD Builder knows it can perform the hole without requiring sheet flipping. If no such bit is available, then the holes are kept separate, forcing a sheet flip. The Configure and Optimize menu has a new parameter called batching. If set to none, then the optimization algorithm functions as normal, prioritizing material efficiency when creating nested sheets. The problem with this approach is that the result could have parts of any given cabinet spread all throughout the job. If the cutting job takes hours or days, then that means the assembly team cannot fully assemble cabinets until the whole job is completed because they don't have a guarantee to have all the parts for any single item. This is what batching solves by selecting either the cabinets per batch or by zone. This will prioritize all the parts of the first group of cabinets to be nested first. The next group or batch will then be placed into remnants of the first group sheets, and then the rest nested onto other sheets. Repeat until all the cabinets are optimized. This can lead to somewhat less material efficiency because it restricts some of the nesting algorithm's flexibility, but it means that your assembly team will have full cabinets to assemble by the time that the cutting team finishes the first few sheets. Manually type in the number per group if cabinets per batch is enabled, whereas by zone will organize batches automatically by going through the design front zone order. CNC labels have also been significantly enhanced. Jump to the label setup and scroll down to the print settings section. You can now change grain group and remnant color to save on ink, and sheet layout drawings within part labels can be switched to use crosses to indicate the relevant part, or the highlight can be disabled altogether. We've received requests to make edge banding markings more apparent for black and white prints, and we'll fix this for both edge banding as well as edge operations. The edge operation settings controls whether the edge ops like dowels and miter cuts are labeled, and if so, how to make the label, that is border, background, font size, location, and line styles. The same goes for banding setting. Choose whether or not you use a special color for the edge banded edge, the line style, whether it should be labeled with a letter or not, and the location of that letter relative to the edge. The bottom two sections control how to style the line for the edge banding as well as the different color if enabled. Hit save to lock in the changes and view the part labels. Access the label legend by going back to the label setup and clicking on the help icon. As always, you can view our release notes on our website at cabbuildersoftware.com/release notes for a full list of changes. Thank you, and we will see you in the next video.